amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. The National Assembly has finally woken up to the realities of things on ground, and I do hope I get to see this energy with which, the deliberated on the way forward and the challenges confronting us with regards to insecurity. And I think this is something that the government of the day need to take seriously. Now, part of the release, press release from the presidency, is the call on the National Assembly, to review the laws in a way that there can be state, policing. And I think for me, this is not a bad idea, the state policing thing, because at this point in time, it's as if this thing is never going to end. So if you can have the National Assembly do actually review the laws, have some amendment here and there. In fact, even if it means creating a new law, I don't care. Whatever it is they can bring on board to stop this nonsense, outside negotiation, it's a welcome idea. Outside negotiation, outside ransom paying, because whatever it's ransom they are paying, if I thought they are paying ransom, as Nigerians are suspecting, I am telling you, it is the taxpayers' money. Today in the House, there seems to be a lot of voice, raising alarm as to what is happening, to the point that we have one of, the lawmakers calling for the shutdown of the National Assembly until TINUBU does the right thing. Now, do you think that the National Assembly should actually be shut down until TINUBU do the right thing? One thing we need to understand is that, these people within themselves, even if the assembly is shut, this is me now saying, I doubt it will prompt the government to do what they want to do. In the first place, if the assembly, is to be an active one, they would have done something about the president's, incapability way before now. But I love the fact that we actually found people in the House today, the likes of Senator Abaribe, the likes of what's his name again, what's this other one again, the one that called for the shutdown of the assembly until TINUBU does the right thing. Okay, so they made this people at this point in time, may they not go fight one day on top of this insecurity matter. But if you get to the point where they have to fight just so the right thing to be done, there is no problem. So I'm going to show you some of the things that happened today at the assembly, with regards to the security challenges we are facing, and the TINUBU calling on the assembly to do the right thing. Now, kudos to the TINUBU himself for actually advocating and rooting for state policing. We just have to make sure that this thing ends.
I've been looking at the security situation more carefully. I've seen civilian JTF, or what you call it, to react to the security challenges. Find so many creative way you people would be going to protect the neighborhood and communities around you, and that is provoked my thinking about state police. Again, politics apart, we can discuss with the National Assembly leadership to really, look at critical path to that again, and see how we can eliminate those political alliances out of a state police that will be indigenous to the community and provide the additional safety buffer and effectiveness in the area. We have to look at it collectively.
The country is running in blood and tears. You cannot go, the farmers cannot go to farm. Our market, our traders cannot go to market. Worshippers cannot go to mosque, cannot go to churches. Then what are you legislating here? Mr. Speaker, if the government is not prepared to actually do the right thing that will protect the lives and property of our people, I urge on you, I urge on this honorable house, as a house of the people of Nigeria, to stand up to pay the supreme cost, and that is no more than to shut this house down and to call emergency on any legislative issue and wait until the right thing is taken by the government of the day. The responsibility of security, Mr. Speaker, of course, by the constitutional provisions, it is a sole responsibility, more of a sole responsibility to the center. I agree with whoever may say, of course, governors in the subnationals are also accountable and they must be held responsible for the security of lives and properties of their people. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that in virtually all of our constituencies, given the opportunity, everyone here can rise to tell you the account of what is happening. Mr. Speaker, it is not religious. Mr. Speaker, it is not even political. This fight and this menace of insecurity in Nigeria is something that does not have any identification of one's party or one's religion or one's tribe whatsoever. It is a calculated attempt to demoralize Nigerian state. And if care is not taken, Mr. Speaker, even for those of us who take politics more seriously, we'll have a very big question to answer at the end, because it is like this unnecessary insecurity going on. This is a high level of conspiracy targeting our political processes. As we are approaching 2027, Mr. Speaker, we will all be expected to have a peaceful conduct of our polls. How do you have that if our communities, local communities, are plunged into crisis, into banditry, into kidnappings in the churches, in the mosque, even down in the oil producing area, which is our economic life wire? Production of oil, crude oil, is being unfortunately undermined by militia groups. So it is like a collective thing that we must put our hands on deck and call whoever is responsible, sir, to order. Order, order, and order. And this house must not take for granted that we are not part of the government. If the government is wanting, this institution of the legislature is a component of the government itself. We have to look inward to ourselves and see what more of oversight functions, like some members have said, are we going to make? Are we going to provide? Mr. Speaker, we can even declare legislative emergency. Close the house, shut it up. Who are you legislating for? What laws are you making when the country is running in blood?
The writer, George Orwell, made a very profound statement, which I will quote. He says that in times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. We are being told every day to be patriotic. We are being told here that we shouldn't say anything against. We are being told that, oh, you shouldn't talk about the past. You should focus on the present. Yet, on this floor, rather than focus on what we are supposed to talk about, we go back to say, oh, during 2015, oh, the Chibok girls happened, and oh, we are now rescuing people. People were not rescued at that time. During Chibok, 17 local governments in Katsina were not having palace with bandits. People in Kebbi were not leaving all the rural areas and coming to only the urban areas to stay. People in Niger were not being kidnapped. So why do we need to, at any time we need to talk about the present issues of today, we go back to start to look for excuse for our failures of today? I only want to say, let us do the right thing. We're not blaming this government for what they are finding itself, but it is the government in power, and they should do the right thing. What are the right things? We take only one example. The governor of Kebbi said that somebody ordered troops out and people were kidnapped. Till today, nobody in Nigeria knows what happened, and no question has been asked. And we are sitting down here as a parliament, and we turn and we talk. Yet, somebody is responsible. If I'm the commander-in-chief I will call the army commander in that place and the head of the army and say, if you don't get me the head of this person who withdrew the troops to put all these children in jeopardy, then you make an example of him. That is how a country is run. A country is not run on pacification. A country is run on confronting issues.
God bless Senator Abaribe for me. You see, this is one of the problems. The APC government is always looking for excuse, looking for who to blame. You can imagine you talking about Chibok girls. Please, back then, just like what Senator Abaribe was saying, the case of the Chibok girls, the insecurity then, and now, please tell me if they're ever the same. I am not saying what happened during the Chibok girls is a good thing, which was even later, disclosed that it was all orchestrated to have Jonathan out of power. Now, during that time, do we see what we are seeing now? That almost every day, hundreds of people, will be adopted from a school or a community or a church. No matter how these people try to turn this thing around, try to absolve themselves from every blame, or more, then get blamed to collect for this. If a past administration failed to do so, it is your duty to now do so. Not for you to be saying, because the past administration did not do it, therefore we cannot do it. Nobody should expect us to do anything. For what? If the past administration used one approach that has continued to escalate the issue, as a present administration, what you need to do is to proffer another solution that will bring a lasting end to the problem. This is the biggest problem we are having with the APC administration looking for blame, people to blame. But on Friday now they go dress up, go for a TINUBU dinner. You dress up and go there. They are trying to act like the matter. This matter, they play politics with them. Is also religious. Is religious in the sense that there's a Christian genocide going on. Look at the pattern of killing in those Christian-dominated areas. And now it don't even they so bad where we say they don't even carry, they don't even get fear. I have heard of some places where they go attack mosque. No fear for the house of worship. No fear at all. Like that question, is one I feel we will never have answers to. Who authorized? Who put that call across and say withdraw? Who put that call across? Why should they allow bandits to enter a school to go adopt girls? What was the motive behind it? If it's not political, please, somebody need to tell us, because there must be a motive behind why a call was made and asked those girls, those military officers to withdraw. There was a motive behind it. These things are things we need answers to, but nobody is answering us. I am not saying the commander-in-chief calling for the state policing, the National Assembly, which of course the National Assembly, this is something they ought to have done long ago. So they have to wait for TINUBU to say do before they do something. They have to wait. Even one person, they control now, even the assembly. If TINUBU not talk about policing, the state policing, they will not. I don't care if there is going to be an abuse of power, but if this thing is actually going to help to curb the problem, let's first of all save the lives of citizens before we now start considering if the governors of those states will start abusing power. The commander-in-chief, you made a statement and talk about, okay, the National Assembly should sit, enact laws and do this one, for state policing, which is good. But does it not bother him as the commander-in-chief to actually call those military people? At least that way the world will be aware that you are not even aware that a call was put across. Honestly, in a sane nation, somebody head for don't go on top this matter. in a sane nation, that some people were busy having their time in school, and we have terrorists go to the school to go pick them up. I say they ask, what is the motive behind it? So which means it was a well mapped plan to go adopt those people adopted. Something is definitely wrong with us in this nation. Something is wrong with our leaders in this nation. And the most annoying part is that these leaders, instead of being proactive, instead of having a lasting solution to the problem, we are still seeing what we are seeing. Let me tell you, even if they start having this state policing, as much as it's a good movement, decision in the right direction, move in the right direction, watch what is going to happen. It might not even bring an end to this. Because if I say to these people, politics and this whole terrorism thing, don't they very highly lucrative? That's what it feels like. Highly lucrative. It might not bring an end. The terrorists are busy gaining more grounds on daily basis. Why? Because the government is busy negotiating with them. Shame, anytime I look at this, shame they catch me. Just look at the assembly. And look at the Congress of US that deliberated on our matter just a couple of days ago. Look at it and look at us. And when they bring matter up to one discusser, some group of persons, including the SP, we feel like, no, we have to talk about the past. This is how they've been blaming the PDP and Buhari, the same Buhari that they all fought to bring in, for their failure. We too they play for this country. We too they play. The truth needs to be told. If the assembly themselves cannot hold the president accountable and say, you must find out who ordered this thing, and even the army this thing, even the army head, none of them don't come sit down there for that assembly to come and answer question who gave that order. None of them. If the president is failing to do so, then you people that have been elected by the people to go represent them, please, it now falls on you to do the needful. But no, that's not what we are seeing. We see a bunch of people sympathizing with terrorists. They even get mind, they even read out Remi Tinubu's invitation for dinner. On top the nation where they bleed. On top nation where they bleed. God forbid this set of people. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you so much for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys in my other videos.